morning, everybody. One of my favorite places to be, in a basement somewhere with Dick Young. I mean, it just doesn't get any better than that. How are you, Dick?
I'm good, John. How are you?
I'm all right. We're with Young Waterproofing this morning on a home, under a home, literally, on Cable Street in Buffalo. And it's an interesting story here. This house had a bad fire, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. The fire was considerable. A lot of damage to it. The house has been shored since then. And now we're in correcting the foundation problem.
But now, what we're doing now has nothing to do with the fire. This was something that was discovered, I guess, upon inspection and has to be corrected.
Yeah, what had happened, the walls had been covered, and then the fire, of course, opened all that up. Then the covering was taken off, and they found all kinds of problems with the wall being buckled and cracked and one thing or another.
Now, you're going to see these green strips up and down this wall. This is an interesting story. This is a carbon fiber. I understand that's, what, stronger than steel?
Yeah, actually, it's a weave of carbon and Kevlar fibers, and it is literally 9 times stronger than steel.
Wow.
And it's a very simple application, and it's the least expensive type of reinforcement that there is. And it's very simple. It's just a matter of grinding the wall, getting all the old mortar or paint or whatever's on the wall off, and we get into the original pores of the concrete blocks. Then epoxy is applied to those pores, to the block itself, and it fills the pores in a strip that's 6 inches wide, and it's 8 feet high. Starts at the top of the wall, ends at the floor. So the epoxy goes on, then the carbon fiber is basically glued to the wall with epoxy. And the way that it works, in order for the wall to bow, the carbon fiber must stretch.
And it won't.
And carbon fiber will not stretch.
And it won't break.
And it won't break. So it will not break or stretch. So the wall can't bow.
That's amazing. So now this gentleman right here is getting ready to do another strip of grinding, I guess.
Yeah, he's doing the first step of the process. And that's
let him go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead.
And that's where we grind the wall off. Now, in this case, the wall had a few coats of mortar that had been plastered onto it.
Oh, okay.
So we're grinding off all that old mortar, getting down into the pores of the concrete block. And as he's grinding it off, you'll notice that there is no dust in the air. And that's because we've got a good vacuum system attached right to the scarifier, sucking the dust off so the basement remains clean.
Oh, that's great. Well, that's one less step you have to take in cleaning up a basement.
Yeah, this makes it much better.
Now, Dick, I'm counting along here. You got, I don't know how many strips of this carbon fiber. What determines the space intervals between the strips and how many strips it takes?
In this particular case, there's 12 strips on this wall, and the strips go in at 4-foot intervals, every 4 feet on center.
4 feet?
Yeah.
All right. Now, is that some sort of a standard measurement for supporting a basement wall?
With this procedure, with carbon fibers, 4 feet on center is what the manufacturer recommends. And the reason for that is the blocks are linked into each other. You know, when they lay the block, they're not all in straight rows. They're interlocked. So 4 feet, that'll tie those blocks together.
Dick, how new is this carbon fiber technology? I mean, how long has this been with us?
Oh, the carbon fiber's been with us for quite a while. It was actually invented for the space shuttle because they needed something very lightweight, very strong, and it was invented for that. But today there's many uses for it. They actually wrap bridge columns with it to prevent failure due to earthquakes. A lot of shaking going on. The concrete will break up, but it can't separate because the carbon fiber holds it together.
Isn't that amazing? And yeah, developed for the space program, and now we're using it in a basement on Cable Street in Buffalo. I mean, that's incredible. And you mentioned carbon fiber and Kevlar. Is this basically some of the stuff they wear in those bulletproof vests?
I'm sure it is. The Kevlar is used, and the carbon fiber just makes the whole thing much stronger. And it's flexible. Before it's on the wall and it's epoxied in, it is flexible, and it's only 1/8 of an inch thick.
Oh my gosh!
So this reinforcement we're looking at is 1/8 of an inch thick, 6 inches wide, and that reinforces the wall.
Now, I understand you're going to what? You're going to kind of clean out and knock out this horizontal break across the wall and re-mortar that?
Yeah, it's called tuck pointing, and that's just a matter of cutting out the old joint, cleaning it, and filling it with new mortar.
All right. Well, folks, another amazing